we're gonna take alchemist first, right? Of course, we just do it alphabetically.
Yeah, and we do first heroes, so no secondary heroes. We can talk about if the hero is good as a second pick or not compared to first hero,
Sure,
right?
sure. So alchemist, right off the bat, I think is an S tier
Uh,
hero.
let's just. How long has it been since you played any direct strike?
Oh right. Let me actually look that up. I can see when my last game was. PinkPoopasus match history. 6th of December. Then I played 3 games, and then I hadn't played since November. So
I feel like it's
quite
been
a
longer.
while.
I feel like it's been half a year at least.
But it's not.
Like 3
But
patches maybe.
it's probably only 1 patch, to be honest, maybe 2. But still, I have no clue what's going on here. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good.
They
Alchemist.
Yes, alchemist. They increased his mana cost per ability since you played last time. So healing
All of them,
spray.
or
I don't know
okay,
about the rage one, but healing
yeah,
spray
but the
and
2
chemical ray.
primary.
Yes, bump is increased in mana cost.
All right.
It doesn't really
Well,
change anything. Only if you stack him, then he's gonna run out of mana. But
sure. Well, then I still think he's an S tier pick then.
I think he's an S tier pick too. Nothing changed
Mm.
there. Still a very good hero.
Lepupa with the
One of the
good
better
calls here.
ones. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, Archmage. That's a different story. So, what I'm thinking out of the bat regarding summoning heroes is that now that people are rushing tier 3 and playing 4 mines and shit like that, I think that summoning heroes become more valuable because we want to counter that by getting quick towers, right? So I think summoning heroes in general are better now than when we made our last tier list. So I would say maybe high B, perhaps.
High B, I think it's
Yeah.
one of the worst starting heroes you can get.
All right.
Probably,
Perfect.
yes. Close to actually the worst starting hero you can go for.
That's still the dispel thing. Sure.
I think he's.
But do they get dispels way faster when they're? I don't know.
You mean because of the meta about rushing tier 3?
Yeah, rushing tier 3, I think, is the point.
Mm.
But when you rush tier 3, you don't want to waste that time wasted already on going dispel, in my opinion.
I mean,
You want the big juicy units, right?
that's true. But it's like if you don't draft tier 1, I mean, people who rush tier 3 are not gonna think that much
They're
about
not gonna.
getting dispel for
They're
level
not
1
gonna.
water elemental and stuff like that. He's D tier for me. He's a hero I would never pick as a. I would pick him as a second hero if I have a lot of casters in my lineup. So if I have, let's say I have shamans, I have necros, spirit walkers, whatever. I have 3 caster units. Then I would like him. Also, the blizzard is great when there's a lot of units on the board. So you get
Definitely.
a lot of damage out of him as a second or third hero, and the aura can be pretty good. Hello, Jack. We got the best
Yo,
direct strike
Jack.
player in the chat.
Fuck yeah.
Oopa.
Perfect. That's gonna be good for me. I haven't played in ages, just so you know. Oh, love
That's
it.
nice. Anyways, I think
Well,
it's a D tier
my
hero.
only point being here is to make content, right? It's
Yes,
not to make
you
good taste.
low key begged me to be on the video.
No, I told you why you should from a business plan point of view, right?
Business. Okay, Beastmaster Pooba.
Beastmaster.
What's your thoughts
He should.
on Beastmaster?
Well, my vast knowledge of Direct Strike especially revolves around Beastmaster. When I played him, he was super trash because his AI fucked all the time when I last played. But I'm assuming that's fixed. And
Sorta. So they tried at least.
okay, Well, if it's not fixed, then he's probably C. If it's fixed, then I would say he's A.
He's a super fucking good hero if you have Banshees as a starter hero.
Yeah,
If you have like Shaman,
counter out
Spirit Walker
purge
on
shit.
T2, because you have so much
Mhm.
stuff that the opponent, let's say, it goes Dryads, right?
Yeah.
It has no
Then
tier
there's
2.
so
AoE
much shit
dispel is
to.
very strong. But
Yeah.
I actually uploaded a game on YouTube the other day from the stream where I think it was like a 50-minute game, and we were winning the entire game, and then my Beastmaster ultimate fucked up, so they death push us because he was just running around trying to go into that
Yeah.
little pocket where he cast his ultimate, right? And it
I
didn't cast.
hate when that
Yeah,
shit
exactly.
happens.
So they stacked up and we lost the game. So the
So,
AI is
what
still
do you
kind
say?
of fucked.
I say he's a clear A pick because my other points of wanting to push down towers quickly.
Yeah, that's a valid argument too. But he's very draft dependent. Like you need a draft around him. Otherwise,
Yeah.
he's not that doable in my opinion. I will never pick him if I don't have a lot of buffs / debuffs in my
Hmm.
draft. Um,
Makes sense.
so either put him like maybe low A tier or high B tier. It's probably gonna go low A tier for me as a starter hero.
Cool.
I know Kenny, who I played tournaments with. He absolutely loves Beastmaster. This is
Yeah.
I think he always picks Beastmaster no matter what draft he has.
If it's available, he picks it.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think
All
yeah,
right.
low A is probably a good place for him.
That's good. Good.
Blademaster Pooper.
Blademaster. He was super trash when I played once again, but maybe he's a B tier. Maybe you value. I know you value his. I know you value him higher. I think. Of course, you love the mirror images and shit.
Yeah,
But I'd say B tier.
I'm pretty sure the only thing they changed about him, they tried to fix the Windwalk ability and they buffed his ultimate, the Blade Storm. So it has a larger range now. Which is
That
actually
changes
it is
some things.
yes, it's really good ability now. Like it does a
Yeah.
ton of fucking damage now. And for some reason, even
And
though they didn't change the stats on his mirror image and crit and stuff, he feels like a different hero for some reason in this meta. Like I feel like he's at least gone up a tier list from last time. I think he's
I don't
very
remember
viable
where we
now.
put him, but well,
I think it was a
that
low
sounds like an
B.
A.
I think we put him in low
So
B.
it's yeah. So you think about putting him in A, mid
Yeah,
A, perhaps?
yes, I think yeah, it's rough because if you compare him to the Beastmaster, I feel like it's very like if you don't have a lot of buffs / debuffs, I would probably pick Blademaster over Beastmaster.
Yeah.
It's rough, man. I think it's a very good hero. I still need to do some testing with him, but there's a lot of games where he's very annoying to play against. That's for sure.
Yeah, and if we look at the tier 3 rushing strategies as well, then something like a Blademaster is really good to have, right? Of course, he's a good orb carrier, and he can be super tanky versus worms because of mirror images and shit like that.
Ah,
I
yeah,
assume.
that's the thing. They buffed Orb of Fire as well. It does more damage. They buff the damage.
Nice.
It does AoE. Like when it explodes. So if you have a Blade Master against ghouls, for example, a lot of foodies.
So an ignite effect, like
Yeah.
Fire Lord.
Yes, it's super cheap.
Nice.
Does AoE damage. They buff the damage on it. It's just it helps the melee carries a lot with dealing with like spamming ghouls, foodies, right?
All right.
Crit is not working with
Aspectos
Fire
as the
Orb.
crit snipe.
Are you sure about that? Because I tested it on Panda and it still showed the crit number.
But did it actually crit then? That's the question.
I didn't know. I don't know, but it showed
But
the crit number at least.
if crit gets disabled by Fire Orb, that's clearly a bug, right? Of course, every other orb effect works.
Yeah.
So that will be fixed.
I might rearrange these a little bit in the ending because just
Sure.
looking at it right now, I feel like I'm gonna put a lot of heroes on A tier. It feels a little weird.
Yeah, all right. But you can start by putting him where your initial thought is, which is A, right? And then
Yeah.
we'll take it from there.
I
We
think
can adjust.
yeah, it's probably gonna go up there. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's take the next one. Otherwise, this is gonna take 2 hours.
Yep.
Mage.
Blood Mage. Well, if ghouls, or I mean, if tier 1 spamming isn't that, what's it called, popular anymore, then I guess he's not very good anymore. Uh, but again, I have no fucking clue about the meta or anything right now, so.
True.
But
He's still a hero I would look for. If I see ghouls and I don't have shamans, for example, I will still look for a blood mage, for example.
sure. That was my point. If you're getting ghoul, then
Yeah,
he certainly is viable.
but he's still on the low end.
But
He's still on the lower
yeah,
end in what you wanna ideally get, right? He's a great
yeah,
second hero, but
you still want Lich or something like that, or Farseer against it more, right? Demon Hunter, shit like that. But maybe C tier then.
C tier. B
Eating
low B's.
coffee
Let's
at
see,
good
probably.
morning. Yeah, sure.
Um,
Sounds good.
Probably put him on C tier, just to. I want to see in the end how many heroes we have in different, because I'm pretty sure when everyone is placed, I'm gonna go like, okay, maybe he should go up a
Yeah,
tier
you
compared
can
to this
adjust it.
hero and
You
shit
can
like that,
adjust it.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
But yes.
So Potom.
Pardon, yeah.
Potom has always been very draft dependent, in my opinion, right? Like, works with very few drafts, but can be decent with those few drafts. But the ultimate is obviously insane. But I would still think, without knowing anything about the meta, that she's probably a C tier.
Yeah, as a first hero, definitely C or D.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Hello, Jim. His live.
No, we are
We're
just
streaming a YouTube
uploading
video.
the VOD. Yeah, we're just streaming the VOD.
I'll probably, as a first hero, I would never pick her. I would pick her with hunts, but you're almost always gonna get a hero that's better, probably.
Yeah.
So probably
So
put
D or
Potom on
C,
D
right?
tier. Yeah, low C, D tier. I would
Yeah,
never
and
pick
bear in
Potom.
mind, everyone, that this is for first pick heroes, not second pick.
I put a big ass fucking sign in the top, so there should be no question about if it's
First
a
hero
first
pick.
hero
I
or
didn't
not.
even see that.
Of course you didn't.
Oh my god. Okay, Drow Ranger. I know you don't value her that highly, or didn't at least.
It got worse.
It's gotten worse. Okay,
Yes,
then
I got
she's probably a
I,
C
I got a
or B
very
tier.
very big hate relationship with Dark Ranger.
Yeah, well, maybe C, high C.
Last time we
Or
put her
low B.
mid A tier.
Yeah, I would think so. That was correct from that time.
Yeah.
But again, if a lot of air units are popular
There's
and you don't really face
just
any tier 1 units, then she's shit.
there's so many scenarios where she just doesn't do anything. And if you are against someone who rushes 4 mines tier 3 or just tier 3 in general, she does nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing.
Exactly. Yeah,
So
that's what I'm thinking.
she's definitely gonna go. She's gonna go C tier for me. She
Cool.
can still be that hero that just makes you stack and win the game.
Yeah, Doom pushes.
But
But that
it's so
requires
random,
that
man.
you're against some land units, right? for
It's
for
so
starters.
it's super fucking random. Just because of the meta, I'm gonna put her down to tier list. I still don't like her. Every time I pick her, I lose the game.
Yeah. Well,
It's gonna go low.
last time I
C tier
saw
for me.
her, I saw you picked her. You stacked her with 5 boots, so that's probably why you lost the game.
Ah, come on.
So.
What, you had to bring that up here?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, she's gonna go. She's low B / high tier for me, and she's probably gonna put her C tier.
Yeah, sure. Demon Hunter. Now that's interesting because again, I keep bringing this up, but if we're against like Frostworm rushes, he suddenly becomes really good because evasion is really fucking strong versus that shit, right? He becomes a great soaker and he has high DPS to push towers as well if he survives the wave, shit like that, which is what you want versus tier 3 rushes and 4 minus and shit like that. So I would guess he's an A tier. What do you say?
I think Picker Penguin says he's the best hero in the game.
Oh shit!
I feel like Demon Hunter
So he's
is
probably D tier, right? Then
D tier. He's a B/C tier for me in this patch. Probably low B.
All right.
Gonna go low B for me. I feel
Yeah.
like there's a lot of
Low B.
other.
Oh, really?
Yeah, low B.
Is he that bad?
There's so many other options I would rather have than a demon hunter.
Yeah, I guess some of its value goes off when we're not against ghouls as well and shit like that.
Yes,
Oh,
big
you might
time
be
in my
right about
opinion.
that. Yeah.
And if you go against, let's say you go against tanks, spirit breakers, not spirit breakers, spell breakers. Sorry, there's a lot of people who plays spell breakers now, and if you have a demon hunter, the immolation is not gonna do anything. And the spell
Yeah, of
breakers
course.
there's like a large range, so most of the times he's just gonna stand there, hit a unit. Immolation does nothing. If you're a newer player to the game and you don't toggle that well, the ultimate can be kind of griefing on you because you're gonna cast it and it's gonna have longer range than some of your ranged W units, so they're just gonna get target first. Shit like that. There's just a lot of you misplays around him. It's not that easy to play with the ultimate.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, definitely it's gonna be B tier for me. There's so many heroes I rather pick as a first hero than Demon Hunter now.
Makes the sense. Makes the sense.
Doesn't make the
so
sense.
Death Knight
DK,
is
that's very interesting one.
Well, why has he been changed?
Has he been changed? They changed
Yeah.
some stuff about him, but I think it's more important about the whole meta around rushing. Because if you're against people who rush, you ideally want to take the tower very quickly and get 2 mines. And you wanna make sure that you have mid control. And speed auras is so fucking good in those scenarios because you're gonna catch up so quickly and just keep pressuring. So like TC and DK is definitely went up in value for me a lot.
But still, as a first pick,
yes,
isn't it still like he's really good at? Well,
yeah, and as
don't know.
Moon Turtle says, DK seems stronger now since AI improvement. He actually coils when it's off cooldown.
Okay, yeah, that's big. Well, depending on your own draft as well, though.
He's 100% the S tier hero as a second pick, almost always. He's better if you're pushing and not defending, but he's definitely out there. Probably high B tier for me now.
As a first pick hero.
Yes, as a first pick hero, yes.
Insane, actually. Cool.
He's pretty good.
Put him there. Nice. Okay. Fire Lord.
Aspector says for some reason he has the highest win rate as a first pick hero.
That's funny.
It is.
Bring out those stats, actually. That's weird.
Are you aware of that, Poopa? That you can now look up stats on Direct Strike homepage?
No. Wow. Nice.
You can do that. I never use it because I feel like it's very misleading. But you can look up stats.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, stats in general it's the same when you play poker and shit like that. You need a huge volume of data before it's viable.
Yeah.
But sure.
But he's definitely. Last time we picked him as a D tier hero, like actually the worst starter hero you can pick.
Definitely. That's why I think it's really insane that he's already a B tier pick for you as a first pick. But sure, I'm not one to argue with that.
It's one of those things where you have to play and try it out to actually feel the difference. I feel like. But he's definitely low A / high B for me.
Nice.
We'll see in the
end. Fire Lord, I would assume is pretty good now. Again, just for the pushing potential that he has. Obviously, he still has the issues that he falls off late game, right? I'd assume. But Moon Turtle is putting him in F.
The only times I pick Fire Lord is if I get shitty options and I'm against hunts. If I want the level spawn for the piercing damage against hunts, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the only time I pick Fire Lord. If I have maybe for the orb effect, but you can always get the orb effect just from a fire orb now for 150 gold. So
yeah, that's right. But it's not as strong, right?
No, it's not. He's still a bad hero. He's definitely a bad hero.
All right. So D as well with the Archmage or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be
'Cause
high. It's
I
gonna be the
guess they
highest.
serve the same
It's gonna be the highest D or
purpose.
low C.
Okay.
One of
Well,
those.
get him down there. Get him down there.
Let's put him highest D
Let's
for now.
highest D for now.
Fasia Poopa.
Fasia, one of my favorite heroes. I would say he's S tier. Faux show. Fucking love that hero. He takes all the boxes. If you're against fast tech, you have the insane wolves to push. If you're against mass ghouls, you have the amazing chain lightning, right? If you're against standard, you have chain lightning fireball for bursting heroes. I mean, get him out there, man. If you want to push when you're level 6, you've got Earthquake, bro. What the fuck do you need? Boom.
Thing
S
is,
tier.
if you people who rush tier 3 are always gonna go Frostworm tanks or Chimera tanks, right? That's right. At least the ideal draft if you go on a rush tier 3. And if you're against tier 3 Russia with Frostworms or Chimera, you mainly want a strength melee hero with an orb.
You want to take the tower. That's what you want. And then
Okay, Poopa.
your W units will win the game for you anyway.
He's the last time we put him highest A tier hero in the game. I think he's still on A tier. I don't think he's an S tier pick.
All right. I took my shot. Okay, put him in A.
Gonna
But
put him in A.
above.
Yeah, definitely. He's gonna go above 100%.
Yeah, cool.
Keeper Poopa.
Keeper of the Grove. I loved him last time, but I've been proven wrong since then. So, and I'm assuming that I don't know. Is stacking still? I mean, if Draw Ranger is down in C tier, then stacking probably isn't that important, or it's not that meta anymore. So.
Oh, it's definitely it is. Like stacking
Is
is
it
always
still?
gonna be, yeah, of course it is. Stacking is always
Well, then
always gonna
I
be the
would
thing.
assume he's. Then I would assume he's A tier. Like.
But he also goes into the category that if you're against Dryads, you're just
Did they
fucked,
change
right?
Venom Orb aspect though since November?
Venom Orb, they lowered the DPS a little bit and increased the gold cost, I think, by a little bit. So it's
So
a
they
little
nerfed
bit.
Venom Orb.
Yeah, they nerfed it. But it's still good. It's still good.
Why
It's a
does
little bit
Aspecto
expensive.
say that Venom Orb helped keep up the growth push then?
It's because its normal attack damage is very, very low, right? So
Yeah, sure. But then any orb would help. Okay, never mind.
but he's one of those hit or miss heroes as well. Like DI is. It's very hit or
Yeah,
miss.
but still, he has pushing potential, which is nice versus 4- and rushers. He has stacking potential, which is insane late game. So why isn't he A tier?
That's true. He does bring more to the table with his ultimate. And Thorns Aura
Yeah.
most of the time. So
Mm-hmm.
it's probably gonna go. It's like looking at the tier list right now. It's gonna be around the same level as Beastmaster probably. It's probably gonna go low A, high B for me.
Mm-hmm.
I still rather have Fasia than Keeper. Probably depending on the draft. If I have a good tanky draft, I would rather pick Keeper above Beastmaster just because of the ultimate. But I feel like they kind of have the same values for the Beastmaster. Like if you have Dryads and you pick a range hero, you're not gonna be able to what's it called? Skip the opponent's casters. Because you have a range hero, right? So if you have Dryads and against Shamans, the Shamans are just gonna stand there and hit the Keeper instead of running past if you have a melee hero. So I still value melee heroes higher than caster heroes if I have Dryads, for example.
All right. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, he still brings more.
Can we agree on A or?
Yeah, low A, high B probably.
Mm-hmm.
One of those. He's just so hit and miss, and he's gonna go up there. It's gonna be close with Beastmaster and Keeper. I feel like they bring the same values depending on the draft. Who is better? The ultimate still has a lot of value on Keeper. He has an aura. It's rough, man.
Oh, sure.
And now the Blademaster just looks weird up here. Already.
Yeah.
So
you want him down a tier or what?
Gonna go with this for now. Gonna go with this.
Yeah. Oh, you meant Blademaster.
Yeah, Blademaster. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Lich has always been one of my favorite heroes. I would assume he's still S tier, but I can't tell. I don't know how good Nova is anymore. If tier 1 is not that important, but I guess people are still playing tier 1, right? I don't know how much I should
that it's
think about the
they
tier
are, but
list just from.
it's not as heavy as before. Like people go tier
Mm,
1 for 20 minutes. That happens
yeah.
very rarely. But of course, what's it called? What the fuck is he called? The tier 1 guy,
Who?
the famous tier 1 guy who looks like John Cena.
Oh yeah, I remember. I don't know. I don't know his name. I know who you mean though.
Chai, yes, Chai. Thank you, Moonsettle.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't
Yeah.
think Chai is playing right now, right? But it happens very rarely that I see people just spam tier 1 for 20 minutes. It's
Yeah.
it's not that popular anymore. But yeah, S tier, still S tier for me.
Yeah.
Nothing changed
Cool.
there. Got ultimate.
Nice.
Nova's very good against a lot of stuff. He's not that great
Yeah.
of an orb carrier because of his attack speed, I feel like, but he's definitely up there.
That.
Ultimate is
All right.
just
Yeah, Insane Ulti
insane.
versus tier 3 as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's just a very good hero.
MK though, that's funky, cause I really like that hero, or I liked him when I did play the game. And strengthy frontliney heroes is probably a tier higher now than they were in our last tier list. So I'd assume he's A tier.
Yeah, he's a hero that's way better against mass tier 1 than tier 3 rushes
Sure.
for sure. So
Yeah.
I tend to pick him less than I did last patch. He's still a good hero, but with Spellbreakers, for example, being very meta, he falls off a lot, in my opinion. And there's also the thing about it, if you go, I know Jackie loves to go AWP on him, and I hate to go AWP on him because he doesn't get into clap stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that I feel like he went down a little bit. He's probably gonna
Okay.
go into B tier. I'll always pick him over Demon Hunter, probably over DK as well.
Yeah.
But he's very equal to Blade. I probably pick him over Blademaster a lot of the times as well. I actually think Blademaster he's gonna go down in B.
Yeah, you've talked about it now, so
Yeah,
get him down
it
there.
just looks weird when I see the heroes up against each other.
Sure.
High B. I think
100%.
it's high B for sure. Yeah, that
Cool.
looks fine.
Cool. Let's put him there then. Naga was Omega trash when I played, and I assume she still is.
Yeah.
So maybe a D tier as well.
Yeah, he's yes, D tier for me as well. One of the worst
Yeah.
you can get. 100%.
I guess stacking her is not an option anymore.
It works so fucking rarely with the tornado. It's
Yeah.
if the opponent just has good, somewhat decent damage in the wave, she's just useless in my opinion. Anaconda says S tier.
Anaconda is a troll.
Then you should see his
What
ally.
about who's his ally?
Mercy.
Oh.
But yes, it's not much to talk about with the Naga. She's after they nerfed what's it called? Robe of Magi. Is it called Robe of Magi? The intellect item. Can't fucking remember.
Robe of Magi.
Yeah, she
Robe of
folded off
Magi.
a lot, right?
Yeah.
Pika said S tier. Nah. She's down here. She's one of the worst heroes, man.
Jim, if that's the case, then I think we're onto something here, right? Then I think
If Pika was here, you would argue hard.
I think we are.
He can drop into the comments on YouTube. We can argue there.
100%. That's a great place to argue, actually.
Yes.
Good for the algorithm, boys. Leave those comments, likes, and shares, and everything. Yeah. Shadow Hunter. Trash.
Thinking about this, I should have done this with Pika, and not you, Pooper.
Now that would have been fucking.
That would have been a 4-hour video.
4-hour video, and you would have been half done with the tier list.
I would have been ready for bed after that. I would have went
so
straight
Shadow
to sleep.
Hunter.
Yeah, Shadow Hunter. What's your thought on Shadow Hunter?
I assume trash, given how you've told me the meta is right now.
Yeah. I feel like it's one of the worst first heroes and one of the best second heroes.
All right.
It's low damage. You more or
Yeah.
less want to play him for stacking.
Yes.
So you can't really pick Serpent Wards. If you pick Serpent Wards, you have to go items on him to have enough mana. Moon Turtle says A. I strongly disagree. I'm gonna put him low C tier as a first hero.
Low C tier. All right.
And also, I look at Shadowhunter's ultimate that if you don't have, I feel like you absolutely fucking need tanks to make Shadowhunter ultimate work, because the counter to Shadowhunter ultimate is air units, and if you don't have tanks, like you're gonna bring in all the air units if you ultimate with him, and the tank units is just, if you have tank out units with Shadowhunter ultimate, I would probably pick him more as a first hero than not. But if I don't have tanks, I will never pick him. I'll never pick
Sure.
Shadowhunter if I don't have tanks.
That's in my opinion, sounds like solid argument. So good on you, bro.
Really, people still think Shadowhunter. People in chat still like Shadowhunter as a first hero. That's wild to me.
Imbalog is
He's
agreeing with us.
super bad as a first hero. Insanely good if you rush tier 3, Rush. But the thing is, I don't.
We don't do that here, Anaconda. We don't do that here. We punish those scrubs that rush tier 3, right? That's what we've always done.
I also
That's
feel
what
like it
we'll
kind
always
of
do.
manipulates a little bit with first pick heroes if you rush tier 3, because when you pick a hero when you rush tier 3, it's like, what, 15-20 minutes into the game you get a hero?
Yes, level 1, very good.
Fuck it. He's gonna stay low C. Low C for sure.
Cool.
Next.
And what about the Paladin then? They nerfed his Holy Light, right?
They did, but it works better now. So in some way they nerfed it, but it's actually better.
Mm-hmm. So is that an A tier then? Or she seems to be taking out a lot of boxes too.
High A or S tier for me. It's one of the best.
Cool.
Like if you go up of Venom, you hit level 5, you get Divine Shield to go up of Venom. And I like to go 5 rings of regen on him, because you can almost always stack with him. And if you toggle your ultimate with him, you can revive stuff from the stacked wave. I won so many games just by going Paladin. He's crazy, but he's what he makes up for in the late game, he lacks in the early game.
Sure.
So just for that, I think it's a high A tier. Just above or just below Afasi. It's probably very, very close with these two.
Yeah, cool.
He's just
Sounds good.
Amazing late game hero.
Yeah,
So
certainly.
fucking good. I think that sums it up.
Cool. Yeah, but then again, if we take a look at the early game, then you need strong early game if we play the style that you and I are playing. Right?
That's true. But if let's say you have grunts, you have hunts, you're not against any undead. A lot of people don't pick Holy Light. Sometimes I like to pick Holy Light as the first ability.
It has high cooldown level 1, right?
It does, but you can still, like on wave 2, wave 3, even wave 4, sometimes you can win the lane just by having Holy Light and placing the Paladin in a position so it doesn't get targeted as the first thing.
Cool.
And just because of that, he's gonna go a high A for me. I still like him as a first hero. He's gonna go high A, but he is weak early game. Next.
Alrighty. Panda Brewmaster. I think he was really, really good when I played. And I assume he still is. So
Yes.
I think he's an S tier.
Yeah, I will still put him S tier, yes. Still one of the very, very strong heroes.
With
sometimes
possibility of evasion and crit and shit like that.
Yeah,
very
but
good versus...
the Breath of Fire still fucks up sometimes. Sometimes he runs around like a headless chicken, but it's definitely S tier for sure.
Yeah, cool.
Pit Lord?
Nice. Pit Lord, probably C tier, I would assume.
C tier. It's either low C or D for me. It's probably D, actually.
Put him in D.
I think we're gonna go with this. I think
he has a big D too, so that fits. TC first pick. Well, if you value DK this highly for the aura, then I assume he's the same.
For a certain.
But again, his well, DK you talked about the coil being very good too, so maybe it's not the same. Maybe he's C tier then.
For TC,
Mm-hmm.
I, I think I would put him B tier. Like he brings the speed aura,
Right.
which is good. Even on endurance aura level 2 against tier 3 rushes is still very, very good. There's
Sure.
a lot of value late game, like super fucking crazy value late game.
Yeah, but he always has the issue of getting to the late game, right?
Yeah, that's true.
When you
But
pick him first.
I feel like late game games are more likely to happen now in this meta than in the last one.
All right.
Um,
Mhm.
just by a little bit. But yeah, he's like in the same category with Paladin. He is weak early game and has crazy scaling potential in the late game. Even more scaling than DK. I think DK is a better early game hero just because of the coil than
Yeah.
TC is. But he's
The
somewhere
the
up
only
there.
issue about coil is that it will never hit worms, right?
Yeah, true. But if you have frostworms yourself, you're just gonna heal them, which is also, dude.
True.
I had so many games lately where the guy going, let's say you play teal and red, he goes Crypt Lord. The Crypt Lord stacks up. Your DK is rushing in, and then you're just coiling the Crypt Lord to full. Like
Mm,
it's
delicious.
ridiculous strong. It's so fucking broken, dude.
Cool.
It's broken.
Well,
He's
TC.
gonna go lower than DK, but by a small margin. I'll put them in the same box. He's just a little bit weaker because Coil is stronger than Shockwave in most
Is he better
scenarios.
than Demon Hunter?
Yes, I'll always pick him over Demon
Alright,
Hunter.
cool. Let's do that then.
He's gonna go there. I might actually even do this. I think. I don't. I feel like
This
Blade.
Blademaster has
Dude,
gone from high
yes,
A
he
to
has.
low
I
B.
I feel like I need to test Blademaster more. But as a first hero, fuck. Okay, we stay like this. We stay like this.
Okay,
Uh,
we keep it like this. Cool.
yeah.
Then Tengarino, how is he now? Of course, he's so dependent on what the fuck is actually happening with the spells and how they work. And I mean, he was very good when I played him because they had fixed his pocket factory and shit like that.
Yeah,
But I
he's
don't know
one of the
anymore.
strongest level 1 heroes, 100%. And Pocket
Yeah,
Factory I feel like Pocket Factory has been changed like 3 times since you played last. Because then they changed it, and then they cast the Pocket Factory behind your army, and then he was kind of shit, and now they changed it again, so it actually cast forward, stuff like that. He's an insane level 1 hero. Pocket Factory is super broken on level 1.
yeah,
So
sure.
he's super fucking strong. But
But how much value do we give level 1 heroes now if late game is more viable
that's
or
the thing,
likely?
right?
Yeah.
Rockets are still good, but he kind of falls off a little bit in the late game, right?
Yeah.
Um, he's
His ult is not
probably
strong enough, I think.
he's gonna be in the B tier or low A tier for me as a first pick hero.
Maybe
Actually I rarely
B
ever
then.
pick him though.
Well, that speaks volumes, doesn't it? So maybe definitely B then. But how high in B then? If you don't pick him often and
Yeah,
you
that's the
like
thing. Like
DKTC?
if you had the option to pick Tinker or DKTC, what would you pick? Right? Let's put it that
Yeah,
way,
exactly.
considering
Yeah,
the tier list.
and that's what you have to answer, because I have no clue. I
Yeah,
haven't played.
that's actually a rough one. Um, if I had
I
a good late
know.
game, if I looked at my draft, I said, okay, I have insane late game. I would probably pick DKTC. To say I struggle late game, I would probably pick Tinker first because I
So
want to
put
put
him
pressure, right?
between the two. Put him in between the two. So DK is still higher value
It's rough between
on
these two.
average.
It's
Yeah,
also it's very draft dependent for me if I pick Tinker or not.
sure. That was also your most said sentence when we did the last tier list. It's
That's the,
draft dependent, Poopa. It's
the
draft
that's
dependent.
how the
We
game is,
can't do
man.
this. Yeah, of course it is. uh, so, yeah, let's put him like this then. Dreadlord. Huh? I would assume he's A tier if his ultimate is still very good.
They changed the ultimate,
I mean,
so
S tier.
you cannot ultimate every wave anymore with Dreadlord.
Oh,
You have to. They put it in as 1.5 wave, but ideally it's gonna be every second wave, right?
sure. Just like
So
the volcano with
yeah,
Fire
exactly.
Lord.
So
Yeah.
I rarely ever pick Dreadlord. He was like one of my most picked heroes when ghouls
You
were
don't
super
pick him
broken.
often, or what?
No, I don't pick him very often. I think he's like the Infernal is still super fucking strong, but it's like
But you
every
need to
second
get
wave
there.
instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
And if you
So what is
combine
that?
heroes like Dreadlord TC, if you have Carrion Swarm, and if you have a Breath of Fire or Shockwave or Rockets or whatever, if you have 2 AoE abilities, he's very good in my opinion. Or if your opponent lacks healing, but he's definitely not S tier for me anymore. He's gonna go into A, or he's probably gonna go around here for me. A,
Yep. A below
low end
Beastmaster,
A,
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
B kind of thing. Just
Cool.
because Infernal is still super fucking strong, but the fact that
Mhm.
you cannot use it every wave is just, you definitely got nerfed.
Yeah, that hurts a
But quite a
lot.
big,
That hurts a lot. Definitely.
big
Mm,
nerf.
the Crypt to the Lord.
Oh yes, Bean
Again.
Boy, the Jack hero, most
Well,
picked of all
I would
time.
assume that in this meta he's S tier. I would assume.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's fucking tanky, he can push super fast, and he's great orb carrier, right?
It's crazy.
So
It's a crazy
I would
hero.
assume.
Crazy hero.
Yeah. Cool.
It's gonna be S tier. It's probably gonna be up here.
Yeah.
Yes, just
Sweet.
I might even put him above the alchemist right now. It's very close between these 2 heroes.
Cool. That's
It's
sick,
just
actually.
fucking crazy.
Cray.
He's
And you
insane.
can toggle the beetles now, right?
Yeah, you can tackle the Beatles.
Sweet.
Oh my god, I feel like it's been a year since you couldn't do that.
Well, I'm one of the OG players, not one of these new school players.
You're not
Okay.
even OG, man. You started like, I don't know, Direct Strike been out for 10 years and then you come in, call yourself an
What do
OG.
you mean? I started like 3 weeks after you told me you found a new game, dude.
Yeah,
Shut
but
up.
it's been on BNet for 10 years.
Oh yeah, sure. But
Okay,
from
fuck that
a
shit. Let's get the last
yeah,
one. Let's
let's get the
get it
last
done.
one.
Warden.
No clue in this meta. Is she good or is she terrible?
Blink
I
got
guess
nerfed.
that's
Blink got nerfed since you
Link
play.
got nerfed.
Yes, so it's still doable, but it's a lot harder to actually stack her now. Like
Yeah.
the
Well,
level
if
3
it's
blink
much
got,
harder to stack, then what is
it's
she
not that
there
much
for?
harder. She is, her ultimate is insane, but her ultimate can definitely win games. If you got her level 6, you put on a few items, and you manage to stack her. She's still as she was in the back in the days.
Yeah.
Game winning hero, but
Stacking machine,
it's harder to
being
get
2
there
levels
than
higher
it
than
used to
everyone.
be. But still a good hero.
So high A tier maybe?
Let's see. I was sitting was it yesterday? I was debating with myself whether if I would pick Dreadlord or Warden, and I tend to pick Warden more often than Dreadlord now.
Mhm.
Because Vengeance is every wave,
Yeah.
and Infernal is not.
Sounds like an A tier then to me.
Yeah, but it also looks weird. But for me, I would personally pick Warden every time over Dreadlord most of the times now.
I mean, once again, if we value late game heroes more, then she probably is an A tier, right? At least.
It's a really rough one. She should probably go below Dreadlord, but I personally pick her more than Dreadlord.
Mm-hmm.
But like thinking about it,
So you just put in D tier. I like it. I like your style.
she's better late game than Dreadlord. She probably brings a little bit less value than Dreadlord early game, I guess.
Sure.
She's gonna go there because I pick her more than Dreadlord. I would probably even put Dreadlord in B tier, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
You
really
do that
don't
then.
like this hero anymore.
You do that then. But where in B tier then?
Low, actually. It also feels
Alright.
weird, man. Why would you pick Blademaster above Dreadlord, right?
That's what I'm saying, dude. You have some crush on the Blademaster.
I do. Low B chill.
Moon Turtle doesn't approve.
It's funky when you placed all the heroes down and you look at them. It just
It seems weird or what?
it does a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
It does a
That's
little
why
bit.
these tier lists are important, right? Because if you struggle with it, then low buff players certainly struggle with it, right?
Yeah. Low up like poopa.
That's yes, I am a low buff.
Is
Of
this it?
course now.
Are we happy with this?
I'm very happy. I think this is exactly how when I'm playing all my mass games every goddamn day, then this is what I pick.
Is this what
This
you
is
pick?
perfect. Yeah,
Let me just try
this
something.
is
I'll just take a
exactly how I
quick.
play.
I might fuck up this recording a little bit, but I'm gonna do this real quick. This is what we picked last time. This is the tier list last time, compared to what it is now.
Okay. Let's have a look. So S tier is 3 of the same, right? And then maybe you should just switch Crypt Lord and
Nah,
Dreadlord.
I don't. People are probably gonna hate me for it, but I think Dreadlord is pretty bad now.
Alright. But honestly, this looks cool.
There's a lot more
This
heroes.
looks
There's
a
2 more
lot.
heroes in D tier now.
Yeah, 3. Yeah,
But
2 more heroes and
it's 3 heroes. It's 4 heroes from C tier. No, 3 heroes from C tier went down to D.
yeah. I
And
guess that's
DK
fair,
went
right?
up 2 tiers. That's kind of crazy, actually.
Yeah, and Draw Ranger went down
Draw
too.
2, yeah. Blade is still in the same category. I'm pretty happy with that, actually.
Yeah. Cool.
I feel like it looks fine. For me, it looks good.
Yeah. Cool. I'm happy if you're happy. You know this.
MK even went down a little bit because tier 1 meta is not that not that popular anymore. I think that's also what I was making an argument for.
Yeah. Cool. Let's keep it like this and make another banger on YouTube, huh?
Yes. Banger tube.
Your highest viewed video
Gonna
ever.
stop the record.